Hi, everybody. Welcome to the International 9-Ball Open. Thank you very much. This event's produced by Pat Fleming, and it comes to you from the Simonis Aramuth Arena here at the beautiful Sheraton Norfolk Waterside Hotel, our most gracious hosts. Truly an international event with an international field, as evidenced by the 112 players that have come here representing 27 different countries around the globe, and they're all vying for this prestigious title and the $40,000 that goes along with it. Excuse me. Before I introduce the players for this middle afternoon match, I want to also take another opportunity to recognize our three major sponsors, Simonis, Aramuth, and Diamond, and thank them again for their loyalty and support of not only this event, but of professional pool around the world. Lastly, and certainly not least, on behalf of Pat, the entire Accu-Stats video production team, and all of our great 112 champions that have come here to play, we want to say thanks to all of you for your support, both out there watching around the world and for those of you that have come here to watch in person. We appreciate what you've done to give back to the game that we all love. Thanks very much. Okay, a terrific matchup right now for you. It's my pleasure to introduce our two competitors. Our first player is from Russia. He's a former junior world 9-ball champion. He's sponsored by Predator. Would you kindly welcome Fedor GORST? His opponent's from the USA. He's the 2017 Derby City Classic one-pocket champion. He's sponsored by High Rock. Please welcome Billy Thorpe. Okay, guys, come on, lad, for the break, if you would. This is a race to 11 with a 40-second clock, all ball fouls. I'm now going to send it up to the commentary team, Mark Wilson, and our very own Hall of Famer, Danny DiLiberto. Go ahead, guys.
Here we go with world-class 9-ball from the International Open. Welcome, pool fans. We could not be more excited to have you join us. Danny DiLiberto and Mark Wilson here on the call. We have youth and enthusiasm here. And we expect a fiercely contested pool shootout, Danny.
Well, I know what you told me about Fedor GORST. I didn't know that. I know Billy Thorpe won the one pocket in Derby City a couple years ago. And you told me a lot about Fedor GORST. He is a killer.
Yeah, he's 18 years old, comes from Moscow. And so serious and enthusiastic about pool. He plays his matches, he watches other matches, and then while he's sitting in the stands, he also streams them on his phone and analyzes shots along with his partner, Maxime Dudinets. Both these kids are upcoming. They're going to be terrific players for a long, long time. And then really Billy the Kid is kind of like the youth invasion of the U.S. pool scene, too.
Yeah, great player.
Getting better all the time. Billy's very serious about it.
To get better, you really got to love this game. You know, it isn't something you try out. You got to love the game to be where they are.
Yeah, you'll be tested along the way. You'll have to face a bunch of adversity.
And you, Mark Wilson, you love the game.
Yes, I do. I oftentimes say that. I love pool.
And you were a pretty good player.
Pretty good.
But you couldn't quit your job.
But I couldn't quit my job. I never had one, but... All right, GORST has won the lag. He'll be breaking from the extreme right edge of the 16 or an 18-inch break box. Nothing like getting started, winning the lag, and then making a ball in the break.
Well, there it is. The one inside. That's been happening a lot. But not yesterday. Early, it didn't go in. But then late last night, the one started going inside.
Okachi has a tremendous, powerful break, so I think that helped the balls to go in the side. Plus, he trains a lot, so he is very, very accurate with the power.
But, folks, you know that we spot the 9 in the rack on the spot. And that's supposed to not make it go on the break. But we had someone make it on the break yesterday. Who was that?
We've had it happen a couple times. And so, but the reason they put the 9 on the spot is to prevent the wing balls from shooting in with the template rack more so than the 9 on the break. Because with the template rack, he doesn't really go more or less. Look at that. A jump bank to start it off. Fedor GORST. This kid, he's in the Atlantic Challenge Cup, Danny. That's for 18-and-a-half-year-olds and under. Can you imagine this killer in that? That'd be like saying Nolan Ryan's pitching in the Little League World Series.
Yeah.
I need more enthusiasm, Danny.
Well, I don't know what to say about that. You know, I love athletics, and I love people who are athletes. You know, I'm partial to them.
Going for distance, trying to get a cover, but he did not quite make the cover, but will not have left an easy shot. I will say this, though. Billy Thorpe, renowned for bank shots. That's his specialty.
That's why he's a great one-pocket player. One of the requisites for one pocket is you better bank very well.
When he takes one on, he zeroes in. There's never any ambiguity about it. Running for cover, he's not going to accomplish that. He did not saw an easy bank, but he's got a lot of opportunity to do something with the cue ball here. GORST is a very heady player, way beyond his years. 18 years old, but he plays like a 40-year-old.
Have you ever been in Moscow?
I never have.
I would love to see the pool rooms there.
Yeah, they spawned some great players. Stepanov, Chunikov. Look at
Boy,
that shot.
he's a good banker.
He's a good player. Well, I would award a safety here then.
I
Not that
was
it was
looking
easy.
at a safe because the bank was off angle, but he knows how to kill it and shorten it, and he did that.
Yeah, great hit.
And that could be a winner of this first game. Well, he came up a little short here. I think if he plays the ball, he's going to run into the 8. But he might be able to avoid the 8 a little bit wide.
Well, if he pockets the 5, it's going to glide past the 8. If he misses the 5 ball very thin, he might bump the 8. I don't think he has to do much here.
Trickled it in.
Yeah, he hit it heavy, and that further allowed him to miss the 8.
But it allowed him to fall on the 6.
Beautiful.
And, you know, position isn't just going to one ball. You got to go to that ball with an angle to go to the next ball. So it does go in like 3s. Let's see. And he got pretty good here.
Yeah, he got the little angle here that you got to power up now. He would have liked to have a little more angle or a little less angle, be even straighter. Now he's got to power up and come down the... he can either go one rail and come across, or he can power up and go to the short side position on the 8. We'll see
He's going to
how.
have to whack it hard like he did.
Good, powerful stroke. Prefer it not to settle onto the cushion. The cue ball has a mind of its own. It generally does go right to the cushion. Well, now he's got to go 2 cushions, I believe. I don't think he wants to elevate and spike down.
Well, you said you were almost insinuating that the cue ball has brains, but in this case, it has measles. We call it the measle ball because of all the red circles.
Look at the nice speed there from that to cushion into
Perfect.
a very small zone, too. After the opening bank, a very well-crafted pattern. GORST exhibits what I'm talking about in given his level of maturity, composure. Of Gorst now has 1. Billy Thorpe, the torpedo, 0. Big shout out to some of my Lindenwood kids. Robbie Patrick at the pool room right now watching. I would imagine JP Portwood will be along shortly. Danny, it's a pretty special group of kids we have at Lindenwood.
I know that. They got a special teacher like Mark Wilson.
Well, it's kind of one of these things where the first year we were 0-10, and then now all these kids came along and improved dramatically, got more talent, and so now I look very smart because I have great talent.
Yeah.
I was pretty much the
They
same
make
guy.
you look good.
Exactly.
But anyway, you are good. And you're modest, which does not become you, but you are modest.
It makes it hard for you to really insult me. Is that what
I
you're
know.
saying?
I got a goal when I wake up. I got to insult at least 2 people every day.
I know it. Try to stay out of your line of fire. One time we were here, Danny looks at me and goes, "I can still outrun you." I have no doubt. All right, here we go. 1-0 is our score. Gorst on the edge of the break box. Right behind him is my mentor, Jerry Bryce, that's sitting in the stands.
Yeah, I talked to him early. He had an operation on his back, and it worked very well. And he's feeling great.
1 ball found the side. The cue ball gets rattled around and kissed into the same side.
It was going in there, and a ball blocked it, and then another one knocked it in the side.
Yeah, there's some injustices that do occur. Billy's looking at the 3 ball rather than have to play a 3-6 combination.
No, it's a tough shot and tough to control the 3 ball. So he might fall into the 3 in the long rail where he's standing right now. That's what he's going to try to do.
Well, he's falling way short.
Yeah. I don't know. I think the ball banks. Doesn't have like a open pocket, but it does bank by the 5, I believe. And he certainly is a banker. He's shooting it too, I think. And making it.
Oh, nice recovery shot there. Choice looks to be draw back and play the 5 in the side. Come around the other side of the 8 ball from where he's at now. No, he was a little flatter than that. Now he's got a very thin cut elevated over the 8 ball. Being mindful that we're playing all ball fouls, that makes this shot play just a little more difficult.
Yeah, and the 8's in the way. He wants to hit this low and go 2 rails to the 6. It's pretty thin hit. So he wants to draw it a little bit, but...
Well, you don't want to draw when you're here because that means you got to elevate. You just want to roll this.
Yeah, well, does it have a good enough angle to go... No, it's not going to reach.
Boy. Yeah, the awkwardness of being over a ball.
And this is not bankable.
No, it's straight in the ball. It's hanging in the pocket.
No, I'm talking about the 6, but I skipped the 5.
That's what happens when you're over a ball. Your accuracy diminishes. You can see his speed was not good anyway. He hit that just a hair thick, but it wouldn't have had enough power to get on top of the 6. So it's a testimonial to how difficult the back cut on the 5 was.
Good control there.
18 years old and already a consummate professional player. I did speak to him about coming to Lindenwood. He just smiled. I don't know if he admitted he's going to seriously consider it or he thought I was for sure crazy.
I guess he speaks English pretty well, right?
Yes, he does. Hit that a little heavy. But perfect speed. The pocket accepted it.
He's going to stop and have the angle on the 8 to have an easy shot on the 9.
Yeah, we're going to basically see 3 stop shots here. Certainly did not think that he was going to get necessarily back to the table with good opportunity after scratching on the break. So Gorst took advantage of the second chance, created an opening in the first track, and now leads it 2-0.
And this is on the loser side, so the loser of this match packs his bags and goes home maybe. But I'll say hello to all the guys at Classic Q in Buffalo, New York, the Testa Uda gang, Mike Durning, Carl Galanti.
Better be fair to everybody that doesn't know what Testa Uda means, Danny.
Well, Testa Uda in Italian means hard head. But it sounds good.
Yeah, it sounds less insulting to your
Right.
constituency.
You're right.
Tons of action on the outer tables. See Niels Fine is playing here next to us.
Yeah, he eliminated Earl Strickland yesterday.
Rack 3 about to begin. The 8-ball's the wing ball.
Well, the one just missed the side.
A dry break. Billy's got that same swagger of a Billy the Kid back in the 1800s.
You mean William Bonney?
William Bonney. Checked it up with inside spin. Speed's going to be
little
off.
light.
Not going to be easy to bail himself out here with a bank shot, so I think we're going to have to see a safety play.
Right, the bank is way off, plus it doesn't have position with it. So we're going to see a safe.
Well, he's looking at banking at one rail, the long cross corner.
Well, that could be free.
Right, he could draw back. Billy wants to shoot for sure.
Well, you're losing 2-0. I used to worry about being blanked. So he wants to win one quick.
No, he went cross side. Tried to go cross side 2 times.
And he got position. He controlled the whitey.
Left a super difficult shot here, so that was good. He could control the cue ball well enough.
Well, this is not only a tough shot. Position doesn't go with it if you make it. So you'd rather not shoot that, I don't think. Making it, you're shooting at a ball that you're not going to get rewarded if you make it.
Measuring up how he wants to play safe. He's not settled into the shot. We are playing 40-second shot clock as it winds down to 3. But he will use his extension right here. That's probably a good idea. You get 1 extension per rack. I think he looks like he's cutting it to his right and then try to bring the cue ball over underneath the 8, banking the 2 down by the 4 and the 3. No, he went for power. Could get lucky here. The 3 kiss did not help, but where's the 2 going to settle in?
He's not going to leave much.
No. Okay. Well, that's the bonus. By going for it, you still have the backdoor safety. There, he claimed one. Billy wants to shoot, but I don't know about the 2-8. The 8-ball's a diamond and a half from the corner pocket and nearly frozen to the cushion, so it has very limited margin of error.
Right. Tough. But if he makes it, he'll have position on the 2.
He's betting the game on this shot,
No, he isn't.
and he smartly decides to not
And
take
he
such
did
low
it
odds.
very well.
All right, that was wise. I was afraid he was going to try to force the issue there from a place that is not advisable. Gorst now trying to kick the 2-ball in 2 cushions. It's about 3/4 of an inch from the end rail. It makes it a fairly large target. And he got right between, got the rail and the ball at the same time. Didn't give up much unless Billy wants to try a back cut type bank. Then he'd have to send the cue ball off the 7. Right now, the balls are not cooperating with Billy. Miscued, Danny.
I heard it. Miscued and sold out. I think the 3 passes the 4. So he's got a good chance to run out and extend his lead.
Sometimes Billy's stroke gets just a little bit long and wild, and then he doesn't have a final pause. And it happens particularly when you're uncertain about the outcome of a shot, where you see Gorst much more classically trained stroke. Each one's the same. Has that final pause, glides back, smooth transition, stays still. That makes you a very tough player to beat. Some people think there's something more to pool than that. There's more advanced, but actually, you'll never master that. The more you emphasize that, the sooner you get to become a good player and set yourself up for continued success. There you see, he stays still after he hits the ball. You can almost count 1001, 1002.
Well, I don't think he can hit it full enough. And does he have an angle to hit the rail and get closer to the 5?
I think he's got to go forward here, maybe accept slightly longer position so he doesn't have to blast it. Just try to get on angle where it kind of...
Yeah, he might hit the 6, and that might help him go 3 rails.
He had enough angle to maneuver.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Hit it very, very well.
Played the pocket there. If you wonder why that rattled in, he was trying to preserve this angle. Chose the soft speed. Gorst is friends with Chris Robinson.
Who played, he's a great player, but he got beat by a buzzsaw yesterday.
Yeah, Kudlik.
Yeah, Kudlik really played good on him.
Gorst smiles and laughs and tells Christina says hi. Christina Tkach, great player from Russia. Gorst knows that Chris is in love with her.
Oh, he missed the 7. Rare miss.
He missed it full, too, and he still didn't hold it enough. So, unforced error, that's the first one of the match. Been all 1 inning, 9 ball to that point.
Well, Thorpe has a chance to get on the board here.
Now, I'm not used to the guys playing it to their left here. They normally go to the full pocket and just hold it long because the 8's very playable. And there you can see kind of Billy's kind of cue slash to the right after he hit it, expressing he's a little anxious. 2-1 is our score. The strength of Billy's game is his heart. He will fight. He will battle. Been a big money player for many, many years. Been around the top players competitively since he's a very young boy.
Gorst looks like a baby.
Yep. Yep.
He's got a lot of good years coming.
Mm-hmm. Can you imagine if he would have wound up in Congress Bowl years ago? He'd have beat everybody in there. Just because he would have got a spot, and they're all good players, and they think this kid can't possibly be this good.
Well, we got a number of guys that could have ran around and gambled and robbed for a long time. But they rather play in tournaments and get known.
What you fail to account for, though, is cell phones. Nowadays, you will not beat the overhead of trying to travel around and play.
Right.
But back in the day, they would have. You're right. All right, Billy the Kid breaking. One ball didn't find the pocket, but something did. The 2 did. Is he going to get his shot?
Oh, yes. He's got a shot.
Looks like it will hit the 5 ball here, so we'll see a little high left English. 2 cushions around, I believe.
Good
shot.
call.
Good shot. Nice pace to get the 4 ball clear of the cue ball. Looks like good speed there.
Perfect.
Yeah, preserve the right angle and everything.
Pocketing it, he'll get the right angle again.
Yeah, he's got the nice angle to travel down table. I think he can do it 1 rail or 2, whichever he feels the most comfortable with down on the floor.
Well, he got a little thin on this ball,
Sure did.
so he's going to have to hit some cushions.
Now I think, knowing Billy, this is a 4 rail shot.
Well, I would just go into the 9 if I could. That'll stop the cue ball from traveling. He can try to kill it softly. Looks like. Wrong.
Beautiful. What a shot that was. Nice recovery.
Real good.
All right. Nice time for a break and run out here if he puts the 9 ball down. And displaying a lot of heart, Billy the Kid ties the match at 2 games apiece. That was a nice 4 rail position he played. That
Great.
required some. Yeah, he made it look easy, but it is not easy.
Yeah.
He is a sharpshooter.
Well, if you go to a tournament of this magnitude, you better be ready.
Yeah, no doubt.
We do have the best players in the world here.
And this type of a tournament's going to raise that standard again,
Really?
don't you think?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, Billy breaking, rack number 5 about to begin. One ball just short. 2 balls only across the head string, meaning that Fedor GORST could reassign the shot, but I'm sure he's going to take this just because of the proximity of the 1 ball to the pocket. Had he been hooked, however, he would not have had to play. Could have made Billy play.
But it's going to get tricky to fall on the 2. I don't think the 2 gets by the 4.
Right.
So how do you get to that? You got to get to one of the sides.
And the 5's blocking, or at least partially. He might attack the 6 ball here with the cue ball. Nope, just going to make sure that he doesn't get hooked.
Well,
No.
we're going to see some safety play.
How about just rolling forward onto the 9 ball from the 2 with the
Right.
cue
Try
ball?
to freeze him on the 9.
Conservative and
He
effective.
did that exactly.
Boy, that's not an easy ball to hit. Looks like the way he's got that.
It's going to be real tough.
Well, he's going to have to go right-hand English around the 7, but to get it to take, he can't hit it hard. Now, he could make it, could clatter in off the 4, but I don't think he can blast this. Tried to.
Just missed it.
Whiskered by there.
No legal contact.
It opened up a little more than both of us anticipated. So, GORST played position for a pre-planned safety
And got him.
and got him, and now he's earned ball in hand. And that's why when I say 1 inning 9 ball, that's what it means. When he finally gets control of the table, he goes ahead and cashes it in. Doesn't mean that every time he comes to the table, he wins. He made the most of where he was at, and now he's exploiting his good safety.
Pretty good shot.
Yeah, he's a very serious young man.
Well, he got a little funny here. He would have liked to have been straight in. Now he's going to have to do a little bit of work.
Well, he couldn't risk trying to be that perfect because of the 6 ball. So he got the 3 rail angle around, come back to the center of the table.
Try to get right where he is now with the cue ball.
That way, too. He could go, yeah, he could go that way. Yep, you were right, Danny. Much more conservative, much more certain. Just about perfect.
He got the angle to get to the 7. Like to get straight in on the 7. That gets him to the 8 easily.
See how he puts his chin right on the shot line beforehand? Because he doesn't want to just hit it in the pocket. He wants to hit it right where he wants to in the pocket. There you go.
Good shot.
Just what you told him to do. He got straight in. Now it's just a...
You mean he was listening to
No.
me?
I think he probably knows what to do, but you described it perfectly. Let's pull the cue ball back a bit.
Well, one of the tournaments, we have the screen on the wall, and not only could the fans see it, but the player could see it, and he could hear us talking about what to do.
And then he did the opposite, or? All right. I was talking to GORST one day. Look at this. He let the cue ball get away just a little bit. I was talking to him one day, and we were talking about how many great players come from Moscow. And he said that they have a juniors tournament once per month. Over 100 players come. There's 6 other kids there that are better than he is.
That right. Boy, that's remarkable.
Good shot there. Yeah, and he didn't say it in a bragging sense. He just said there were 6 other guys that will be world champion and he was not including himself. So I don't think he necessarily meant that he's not in that group, but he was just stoically saying that that's what they do. 9-foot table, over 100 players come every month, and they're grooming superstars.
And you think that's not an exaggeration?
I completely. This guy's a serious dude. He's not joking around like you or I might.
Well, I know Russia had a couple great fighters not long ago. Heavyweight champion of the world.
And his brother, or is that who you're talking about? Klitschko?
Yeah, the Klitschko brothers. Big, strong guys.
3-2 was our score. I remember Rocky whooped him.
Well, you know, Rocky can't whip you. But that's how you picture Russians. Big, blonde guys.
Rack 6, Fedor
All right, here we go. 3-2. Gorst in front and breaking.
One in the side. Where are you, 2-ball?
You got 2 across the head string, or did he
yeah.
make 2? Let's see, 3. He made 2 balls. Okay.
What do you do with the 2? I think we're going to see a safe. I think you cut it under the 9. You got 3 balls to snooker him with. That's all he's got. He doesn't have a shot.
Takes a pretty good shot to get it past that 9 without touching the point, too. Not that he can't do it. And like Danny's saying, if he gets it by there, boy, that would really be effective. But he seemed to be measuring up as if he's going between the 3 and the 9. Yep.
That's not... Well, he snookered him a bit, yeah. I think he might be able to make it.
Yeah, I think he can see enough of it.
Yeah. I liked my shot better, but it was more difficult to complete.
Mm-hmm.
So he left a shot. Not a hanger, but he did leave a shot.
Well, when we talk about fractions of percentage, I have to agree with Danny that the initial hit was harder, but the result tended to be much stronger if you do succeed. But we have the benefit of about 100 years of experience, and he's 18 years old, too.
You're right about that.
And he didn't leave it. Billy tried to jump it and got it bouncing too much, so the safety worked.
Worked very well, because now he's got everything open, ball in hand, and I don't like Thorpe's chances to get back to the table this game. There he is, waving, not, negatively. Good enough. Good shot.
Yeah, it was. That was for being close and almost straight in. Somehow the position required a little something there, and he obtained it.
Now he's got to hit the end rail. No problem.
Yeah, when you have a thin cut, you don't mind going to the end rail. It kind of allows you to control the speed even better than just rolling it.
Which he did. I think you just stop the ball here. Take a little bit of a long shot on 6.
Good call, Danny.
That's what he did.
In economy of travel.
Now you don't want to get exactly straight in on the 8, because then you got to count on the draw stroke. I think, again, if he stops, he'll have the right angle on the 8. That's what he did, and he's got it. perfect.
Yeah, you gotta love his approach to the game. Very simple, compact stroke mechanics. And very focused approach. You have to be fit to sustain the mental focus needed to play high-performance pool.
Oh, you do. And people ask me, is it a sport? Sure, it's a sport. You better be in condition to play it. You know, I played a session 8 hours, 9-ball, and I put a thing on my foot. I walked 11 miles.
Mm-hmm.
See, this is what hurt the great Steve Miserak. You know, he got heavy, and on the final day when you might have to play 3 or 4 matches, he couldn't do it.
No. I recall.
You got to be in condition, no doubt about it. Your legs aren't solid, you won't be steady.
I was surprised when I saw Billy Thorpe here how much more muscle he's packed on his frame since the last time I saw him 6 or 7 months ago. And he's got to be 25 pounds heavier.
Yeah, well, stop. Don't go any further. You don't want to get heavy in this game.
No, but you can see him how much more solidly built
I see
he is.
that, yeah.
Definitely.
Tougher to recognize him. Jason Shaw is more muscular than he was.
Yeah. All right, Gorst breaking now.
One in the side. Cue ball in the corner. That was unlucky because it got hit by a ball and got knocked in that.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been his opportunity to shoot anyway because only one ball crossed the head string. They're racking the 9 on the spot.
Well, he would have liked to got straight in on this ball, but I think he can kill it. No, he's going to hit the other rail, 2 rails. He did it nicely, too.
Straight on the 5 would be great. Not hard to accomplish either.
Good shot. And, you know, sometimes you have to play part of the pocket to get the right position. In that case, hitting it thinner was the way to go. Stop, he'll have the angle to get to the 7. Now he needs the right angle to get from the 7 to the 8. Folks, if you hear me talking, you know it isn't just making a ball. It's getting the right angle, and it's not an accident when they do it. These are the best players in the world.
Well, we've got the best fans in the world, too, because they know a lot about pool.
And the best commentators, too. Good speed.
All right, Billy Thorpe takes advantage of a unforced error. 3-4 is our score. Thorpe trailing but will be breaking.
Gorst does not show emotion either. Great poker player.
Rack number 8 about to begin.
Just missed with the 1. Made something. But he got a pretty thin hit on the 1, but I think he'll shoot it. Going to be tough to get on the 3 from here. I don't think he could kill it.
He's going to try to nudge up on the 3 ball with the cue ball.
Yeah, he's playing safe. Good idea. When the shot and position are tough, folks, look to play safe. You'll win way more games doing that. Very good hit.
He's going to be rewarded for that hit.
Sure is.
Good speed.
Well, he left a hit, but not a shot.
And Billy can do something here. Not offensively, but he has a chance to put it down a good defensive shot. I guess he could even go combination, but that seems super tough.
And plus, you won't control the 1 ball. Good shot. We're going to see a jump, I think.
I don't know, yeah.
I don't know if he can hit the ball.
Well, I don't know if he you mean jump to play safe or
Yeah,
cut
jump
to
to play safe, yeah.
Okay, he's measuring the kick to play safe.
Could he kick it? Does he have a path? He's going to have to really spin this cue ball. He did it pretty well, but
Look at how that cue ball got in behind the 6 there beautifully.
well, I think he's going to be kicking. Got a pretty good save.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Banked the 1. Oh no, he's got a tough shot to hit.
Billy's
Very
gonna go
tough hit.
2 cushions. Now, if the cue ball comes off the 1 and comes down here by the 9, it could work out to be a good shot. If he hits the 1 heavy, blasts the 1 into the 7, then it's a problem. He hit it thin.
Good shot.
Oh, bad luck. Really bad luck.
Really is.
He hit it perfect. He has not been blessed with much fortune throughout.
So far.
So far. He hit that ball just about as good as you could hope to hit it. And it gave him the best likelihood of something favorable happening, but in this case, the worst happened.
He had a 1 and then the combination. He's going to be close enough to... yeah, he's okay.
Yeah, he got right where he played for, I think.
He did, because the 3 might cut and go to the end rail, and so will the cue ball. Good shot. Well, the 6 passes the 9, I guess, because that's where he got.
Yeah.
That's where he wanted to get.
Yeah, very smooth the way he moves through these racks. Like I say, an economy of motion on the cue ball, minimum cue ball travel, that aids consistency. Does not take this shot for granted. He wants to hit the heart of the pocket, not just pocket it. It keeps his focus pinpoint. 5-3 is our score. There's our TPAs, Danny.
Yes, indicative of the score.
Yep. Billy Thorpe's pocketed 28 balls, Gorst 43. Thorpe with 7 errors, 6-4 Gorst. Anybody that wonders, you just add the total amount of errors to the total amount of balls pocketed. Then you divide that number back into the balls pocketed, and that's how you arrive at 878. Anything over 850 is world class or pro class, and anything over 900 is world class. The rack is now set. Gorst takes a look.
Ninth rack, Fedor breaks, 5-3.
And here we go. Gorst is set to break. Rack number 9. Drew 1 ball drifted in. 2 balls went across the head string. All right. Long get on the 2 ball here.
With not the proper angle.
Psychologically, that makes it even harder to play the shot. But I think he will take it on, though.
But the natural angle here is going behind the 9. So he's going to have to, at this distance, use a little left.
Well, I think maybe a little speed, too, and try to make sure if it does bump the 9, this doesn't lodge onto the 9.
It's it's a tough situation anyway.
Yeah.
But it's a winner if you execute.
He might even hit the 8 here if he pops this with a little power. This will be the stroke buster here if you're nervous or antsy about it. He's queuing downward, Danny. Look at this. Taking on extra difficulty. What?
Wow, what a hit. He's going to get the 3 in the side.
My goodness, what a shot that was.
He did that, and he still got difficulty here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's on the rail.
Boy, he stayed still and so smooth.
He's got the angle. Oh, he missed the ball. Twice.
Yes, he hung up the luck shot.
Billy Thorpe doesn't mind. Good speed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those hanging balls on the diamond table are not easy to play position from.
We're going to see a draw and a good angle to get to the 7. You got to get the right angle to get to the 7 so you can get to the 8. Which he did. Well, he's got an angle to get to the 8, but for a while he'll be behind the 9 on this shot. Didn't bother him.
No. He got there just fine.
He'll go 1 rail now. Perfect.
Five 4 is our score.
Rack, 3 breaks. Fedor leads 5-4.
The 1 ball, what Billy's been trying to make, it's not been going in. It's coming in short. Just like that.
Did it go 1 rail?
It did, so the cue ball went in,
boy,
too.
that's disaster. That is disaster.
Every time Billy gets a chance to kind of get back into the match and square it up, something goes awry.
Nice start right here. Yeah, you love that. Now he needs a little angle on the 3 to go 1 rail to the 4. And he got that.
Yeah, and the 5 plays good.
Yeah, you want to get straight in on the 5 without having to hit the 9. I always tell people when they all go, don't hit any of them, because you can only make them worse.
Seems like he feels like he might have landed a little bit thin, so he might be trying to go 2 cushions here. Yep, 3 cushions. Needs to get some carry on the cue ball.
Well, he's got to hit the 9 now.
I don't know if he can bend that or not. It'll be
No,
close.
he's got to hit the 9.
Okay.
And something bad can happen because of that. Oh, he didn't have to hit the 9. You were right, Mark.
I thought if he caught it good, that he could bend it, but I also thought if he missed it, he'd miss it on the full side, trying to avoid the 9. I think he did hit the full side of the pocket. Well done. Kept a little tiny angle there.
Don't have to travel far.
Looks like he can either draw back or he can stun to the side just a little bit. He can even play the
Boy, he could
9.
just roll it in, play the 9 in the side.
Yeah, he could stop it and play in the corner even.
Or he can draw the ball, which he did,
left.
and he did it very well.
Got perfect. This is for a 6-4 lead.
Back 11. Fedor breaks, leading 6-4.
6-4 is our score. Gorst has been far more consistent at making the 1. Side pocket. Now his went a little short. It's going to be a dry break. No, the 4 ball got chipped in. Well, does not look like he has a stop shot safe. If he does, that would be effective.
But he'll snooker himself on the 2.
Well, that's what I mean, a stop shot safe.
Yeah, but you don't want to make it. Good shot.
He did have a stop shot safe, and that's the result.
Perfect.
This is what they call a small ball, meaning it's 2 1/4. It's about 6 3/4,
inches.
little less.
It's about 7 inches hitting this ball. Hell, he didn't hit it.
Really didn't even come close on that one.
That's
He
going
missed
to
it by quite a
frustrate
bit.
him there because he's losing 6-4, and that was his shot.
Yeah, that was a 1 stroke.
Well,
He
he's
got
not going to
quick.
shoot the 9. Look where he lined it up. I don't think you shoot the 9 here.
No, I don't either.
Well, he looks like he's going to.
No.
He's thinking about it. Yes, he is. I don't like this. This is a flaw. If he loses some games shooting this, next time he'll do it different. Okay, that's better.
I think he just wanted to make sure that that's not the
No,
right
he's
shot.
just giving us something to talk about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you shoot the combination of the 9 and you make it, it looks great. If you miss it, it's really hard to defend yourself
You
from
look
there.
like a fool.
Especially when you have a lead. You don't want to give away cheap games.
You know, that is a form of dogging it. Because the balls were far apart. If the 9 were near a pocket, that's a different story.
Yeah, if it's virtually a certainty, you'd do it, of course. But what Danny's saying is that we both learned the painful hard way that you're better off to stay in control, and then if you fall out of line, you can defend yourself. From the 1-9 combination, it was hard to defend yourself.
Well, he's going to have to hit 2 rails here. I don't think he can hit it full enough to draw right to the 7. I think he's got to hit 2 cushions. Don't you, Mark?
Yeah.
Got to stroke it.
No, he was able to go
Oh,
one.
he had it. I was wrong. I was wrong last year once.
At least you admitted it. Now, here's a choice. If he doesn't have much angle, he can come across the table and go for the position zone. If he has enough angle, you'd like to stay on the same side of the table as the 8, so you're always coming at the 9 rather than across. This is the shot that I was describing. That way you have some leeway with your speed. And Gorst expands the lead by 3 games now, 7-4. You know, the biggest thing here is that Billy the Kid's getting a little bit frustrated here.
Of course, you're losing, and then when you get a shot, it's a kick. That's frustrating. I've gone
Right.
through that, and you have too.
And a number of times, Billy has been pretty misfortunate, I would say. But that's pool. You have to get used to it. Look at this. Oh, this will definitely intensify your blood pressure. If you're already prone to be just a little frustrated with the way things are going. Matches go in this fashion. You're just going to have to be tough and you know, get used to it because that is pro level 9 ball.
Well, you got to look at it that you're getting a little bad roll here, but it'll change. But not today.
Well, there's other matches that come up where you're going to be the beneficiary
Right.
too.
It equals out. But like I said, maybe not today.
The main thing is to not give in
Right.
and mentally quit, because the first time you quit, it's hard. The second time you quit, it's not quite as hard. And the third time, you just quit thinking about it and just do it. So you can't be mentally weak. You just have to fight with what you have. That was the hallmark of Danny DiLiberto. Wasn't always the most talented player out there, but he had more fight than anybody else. And you look at the field like that, Danny somehow,
Well,
top
thank
4.
you.
That's true. I always admired the grit that you displayed. The other thing that Danny DiLiberto always did was super flat cueing. He did not have one iota of elevation in there, and that gave him a couple little extra percentages of accuracy.
Well, thanks, Mark. You're very generous.
Oh, great speed there. He just stays so still and so quiet through the ball. Okay, big break and run out there for Fedor GORST. 8-4 is our score.
Yeah, Gorst is pulling away. Looks calm as a cucumber, whatever that means.
Yeah.
I always wonder, calm as a cucumber? You've heard it.
Cool as a cucumber is how I heard it.
Well, cool, yeah, but I still don't know what that means.
Yeah.
I never saw a cucumber that wasn't calm or cool.
Back 13, better breaks, 8-4.
All right. All Billy should be thinking about right now is his next opportunity at the table. Disregard the score or how it got this way. Be planning for your next great stroke. One ball drifts into the side.
Oh, look at this.
Well, it's not an easy one. The 2 balls a long way.
Yeah, and position is impossible. Right?
Yeah, it's
It
difficult for
is.
sure.
You can't shoot this too because you're shooting it for nothing. You could only lose with it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure he knows that.
And you know, this is where the good players always jacking up.
Look
Look
at
at this
this.
shot.
He's going to try to go 1 rail to the 3. Forget it. Bank the 2 straight back where the cue ball is now, and you might go behind the 4 ball. But
Oh.
you can't try to make this and get position. It's not going to happen.
And what I was saying is this is where good players extract themselves from a awkward position. Somehow they get themselves back to the table one more time. They do not make unforced errors by trying to force something that isn't there.
And it's not there.
And that's the hallmark of world-class players versus just good players. Well, okay, this is the deal.
Oh, he's trying to do it. This is crazy. It's real crazy. Might sell out a game that he didn't have to. Yeah.
Well, everything had some form of negative expectation. It's minimizing that. He kind of got confused there and just shot. I think
Well,
there was a
things
better
are
shot.
going so good that he thought they still would go good, but they didn't. Billy Thorpe has a chance to win a game here when he didn't have to. But you learned that kind of... He snookered himself. No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did. You know, that's stuff you learn by getting punished first.
He needs to get behind the 8-ball with the cue ball here.
Tough to do.
You're right. He hit the whole wrong side of the 3, and now that's at least a rail first shot for Fedor. If he connects on that, it's not an easy rail first shot, however. This is really a pivotal juncture of the match for Billy Thorpe. Oh, clean as could be.
I don't see any problems here.
Well, the 6 and the 8, of course. And he's still a little flat on the 4. Good
But the
shot.
6 goes in a few pockets.
Right.
Side pocket especially.
He was a little flat, but he still overhit it just a little bit. Now he's kind of got the funny angle. And, well, he's still got a multitude of choices. And plus, if he doesn't like where he gets, he can defend himself pretty niftily. Think he's looking at drawing? Nope, follow.
No, he can go,
3 rails.
not quite, he can go 2 rails. Like this. He did it pretty good, too.
Wow.
That was
That
one of the
was.
open pockets.
Now he's gotten just a little thin. Looks like he's going to have to rub the 8, if not hit the 8 full.
Yeah, position to the 7 is a little tricky, but you'd rather be shooting.
Oh, yeah, and he's looking at going high left and rub the 8 and let the spin carry it off the side cushion to bring it down.
He might not have to rub the 8. Get it?
No, he rubbed the 8,
Oh, he did?
but not by much. But, oh, boy, that was a good shot.
Great shot.
Now you can say, hey, everything goes, and he had to do a little work to get to this point.
Got a good angle now to draw it to the left.
The couple times that Fedor has made a suspect decision or a bad execution, it really hasn't cost him.
No, that's exactly right. That's when you're going good.
And
you
then
know.
all the other times he's totally capitalized and played very few unforced errors beyond those couple circumstances. He's a good decision maker. 9-4 is our score.
And he's shooting 900 now.
It's pretty darn good. 18 years old, playing 900 pool on the TV table. It's
With the
top.
best players in the
Yeah.
world. Pretty good.
Oh, boy.
All those are factors.
We saw him on the 10-foot table this year. The last 2 years at the Derby City, that's just remarkable. First year he beat Appleton on the 10-foot table, Danny. Now you know that's
I remember that.
Then the next year, this year, he came back and polished off a number of top talented players. There's only 16 people in the thing. He finished second hill.
Yeah, I went back to Buffalo and I said, a 17-year-old Russian kid beat Darren Appleton. And nobody was beating Darren.
Right. This year, I believe he beat Alex Pagulayan and a couple other top talents. And then it's just remarkable. and so composed, so focused. Never flickers. There's no emotion. It's hard to beat somebody that's this cool and this steady. You have to do something really special.
Yeah, you're right.
One on the
Made
side,
the one on the
but
side again.
not enough balls crossed.
No.
No push.
Control passes to Billy Thorpe, who's blessed with a nothing shot.
Yeah,
He had another
he has
safety
nothing.
play. Oh, boy. This has been the story of the match for Billy. The few opportunities he's had, he capitalized on or had to begin his inning with something ugly and awkward.
Like this.
Like this, exactly like this. This isn't even as hideous as it's been. It's a little better.
Oh, boy. I don't know if he can get in there and make the two.
I don't think he can. He'd have to play it off the 6, I believe, if he wanted to make the 2.
Yeah, but it's
Well, I'm
too
not-
tough a hit off. You can't make it if you shoot the 2 with the cue stick.
I'm not
It's a
advocating.
tough
I'm
shot.
just saying, yeah.
Yeah, you're right. I think he's going to have to play safe. We're going to see the shot clock
Yeah, he's-
enter.
uses extension. You know, that brings up a good point. 40 seconds is too long of a shot clock. And I'm going to tell you why. Because no one ever has a shot clock violation.
Yeah, so you want violations.
No, I wanted to push the whole idea. The TV table runs slower than the outer tables. So that's all I'm saying. I'm a slow player. Look at this shot. Oh, boy.
Great.
That was. Oh, powerful, devastating, emotionally draining for Billy. I'm a slow player, Danny, and 18 seconds is about the worst I ever do. And I'm very slow.
I played fast.
You did? You're a 12-second player. All right. Well, no, not all right. I thought that was going to skid down to the end rail.
See, unlike the other long shots, this one, it comes with a reward. You're not shooting it for nothing.
Which makes it psychologically comforting, right?
Easier to make.
Yeah, it's the same difficulty of shot, but psychologically it feels so much better, this one, versus some of the others that are almost no hope for position.
He's got a chance to get on the hill here.
Oh, that would really damage Billy's psyche if he can make this.
And that's the testament of how good this table plays. When you could shoot it that soft, that long, and it goes straight, beautiful conditions.
Right. The cloth, the cushions, and then the quality of the table and all that is what we need to play high-performance pool.
We got the best of all of it, pal.
I agree
Plus
completely.
the best commentators.
We've
I said that again.
Yes. We will not argue.
Well, he's got a little work here.
Yeah, I think he's going to come underneath the 5 and just play it down in the far corner rather than try to do something with the cue ball.
If he can not run into the 6.
I believe he's thin enough that he can get past the 6-1 cushion.
We'll see. He did.
Speed
He
looks
got
good.
perfect.
Yeah.
He got absolutely perfect.
This is what happens when things are going your way and you're pocketing the majority of the balls. Then your speed control and comfort level goes way up. So it's kind of like momentum builds up for you.
Easy shot, easy position.
And Billy's never really had an opportunity to assert himself in this match. He pulled back within a game a couple times, and then something would conspire against him. And then he would just be back on his heels yet again.
Well, don't throw dirt on his face yet, because he's not dead yet, but he's sort of hanging.
Yeah, no, Billy could definitely come back. I have no question about that. He just needs to get a couple decent starts, and every time he's been getting a start, it's been a hideous one.
Well, he's going to have to play the 8 in the corner. He can't do anything for the side pocket. Just got to go one rail and play the 8 in the corner where the 7 is going. Well, he tried to kill it, but he did good enough.
Yeah, here on the overhead, it looks like it goes in pretty freely.
Yeah, he'll go 3 rails right to the 9.
I think he's a little concerned about 2 cushions in the side. It might be just a little flat.
I don't think so. I think it's going short of the side.
Yeah.
Which it did.
Great job.
Well, he's on the hill.
Smooth stroking, Fedor GORST. Catching some breaks and taking advantage of it. 10-4 is our score.
Well, the pen has just sat down. The best looking couple in the midway.
Yeah. Always glad to have them along.
Oh, they're from Rochester. They're pleasant. They look good.
And they're just a plus. We need more pool fans like that. Outer table action. I see Maxime Tudinets playing, running out.
But that's the other Russian player?
That's one of them. That's Gorst's buddy. I think he's a year older. They both play about the same speed, though. Oh, he just missed the routine 9 ball. Just as I said that, Danny.
You got him.
Yeah. No, it was so routine I didn't even think it was possible to miss it. All right, back to our match. 10-4 is our score.
Just missed with the 1.
Enough balls went across the line, but a dry break, right?
Yeah, definitely dry.
Oh, okay. Well, Dudinets is lost.
So somebody...
10-5, 11-5. Let's see, but I cannot tell who that is. He's playing. It might have been Chua. But I also might be wrong.
Well, Thorpe, you gotta win this game, or you're done. Well, the 2 to the 3 is not easy. The 9 is sort of in the way.
Does he feel like he's going to draw back between the side pocket and the 8? And I guess
No, I think it's too thin for that. No, it wasn't. Nice shot.
good speed there.
Great. Oh, no. And it continues. But he doesn't have to worry about getting any more bad rolls this match in this tournament, because he can go to sleep after this. Look at him. Don't go to sleep now, though. Yeah, you got to say that everything rolled for Gorst.
Mm-hmm. And he's too good of a player to not take advantage of it. Nothing you can do. Look at 8-ball.
He snookered himself. We're going to see the jump. Right?
Yeah. Doesn't appear to be that easy of a jump either, Danny. That's pretty close. The way things have been going, we'd bet on him to make it and get out, but
Yep.
does not look that easy to me. Oh, gosh.
How does it look now? I don't like to laugh because Thorpe is suffering.
All right. And I'll shut up. He made that look so simple. Just stuck perfect when he hit there.
Okay, Thorpe, there's other tournaments. You're a young man.
Yeah, this is just a learning experience. You just take what you can from it. You don't want to be dismissive of it because you do want to gain something out of it. And people that have a big ego, then they don't learn anything, and then they have to repeat this.
Yeah, but you won't gain the rent money.
Match ball here. And Gorst was very consistent. Wasn't a perfect performance, but a very good performance.
I guess 9-13.
Yep. Raw Hannah's down on the floor with Fedor GORST, so please stay tuned. This has been an Accu-Stats production, the worldwide leader in billiards programming. On behalf of Mark Wilson, Danny DiLiberto, so long for just a while.
This is Ra Hanna with Accu-Stats, standing here next to the red-hot Fedor GORST. How you doing?
Just won Billy Thorpe, 11-4.
Well, you missed a couple of balls. Are you upset?
Yeah, a little bit. I was feeling pressure in the beginning. That's why.
Okay.
This stupid mistake in the last wreck. I mean, I could have finished it easier.
When you hooked yourself with the jump shot?
Yeah, I always try to show some show, Yeah, and,
How old are you?
I'm 18.
18? That's a lot of composure for 18.
Yeah, well, we have a lot of 18-years-old players like that,
All right, you and Billy Thorpe are going to find yourself facing yourself a lot during the years. You know he's going to be looking to get you back.
Yeah. I know. I'm looking forward for this.
All right, this is Fedor GORST representing the Billiard Brothers out of Russia. We'll be seeing him a TPA of 9-13. Accu-Stats, stay tuned.